doing a quick video on a new knife I got. It's actually a gift for someone, so I wanted to do a quick review on it before I go ahead and wrap it and gift it. This is the Kershaw 1555 Ti. The model name is Cryo, Cryo. It's one of Kershaw's newer knives. Here it is. When I looked at it online, I really liked it. I've never had a knife by Rick Hinderer, but he is pretty well renowned for making some incredible knives. And this knife was styled by him. I have here on the blade, Hinderer design. The one reason I would not purchase this knife for myself is it's just a little bit too small. I believe the blade is about 2 3/4. I'm not sure the exact measurement on it. So it's a little too small for me for both an everyday carry and to actually use comfortably. And actually, that handle is not that bad. As far as getting the handle has a nice feel to it. Blade is a little bit smaller than I would want for either an everyday carry or to use. My standard everyday carry is a Kershaw Speed Bump, so it's a little bit larger than your average everyday carry. So just some first impressions on the knife itself. It is a bit heavy for its size, and that's because the liners here are steel instead of being aluminum. It is a frame lock, and it does have this stabilizer here in the center, so you can't stretch out the locking part of the frame, which is a nice design, common to more expensive knives. The look of the knife is incredible. Beautiful knife. Nice finish on it here. Nice color contrasting with the black hardware. It is both a thumb stud opening, so thumb studs on both sides, as well as a finger flipper. Smooth opening there. The frame lock functions flawlessly. And as you can see, pushing it out there, it goes against the stabilizer, so you can't overextend it outward. Very sturdy lockup here. No problem on that ever closing up on you as far as how it feels. It actually has a very nice feel in your hand when you go to use it. Kershaw was to come out with one of these with say a 3.5-inch blade, I would definitely purchase one for me. The little bit heavy for the standard knife doesn't bother me really. I know even some people prefer plastic or those glass-filled or Zytel handles because it helps with the weight. It makes a nice light knife. I prefer either aluminum or metal scales on the handle. There's not much by the way of gripping. I know some people don't like that. Maybe if you're more in the tactical range, that would be an issue. But for me, that doesn't bother me at all. It's rare that I'm in a situation where the knife is going to possibly leave my hand when I got a good grip on it. So that doesn't bother me. Comfortable in the hand, even with this little bit smaller handle and smaller blade. I do have pretty large hands, and you can still get a nice grip. It's not like some of them where it's like I feel like my pinky is falling off like this and I can only get a good grip on it with 3 fingers. This, I can even get my pinky on this last part here, still get a nice grip on it. This lanyard hole is pretty interesting too. It's actually a tube that goes through. Open construction, which is always nice in case you ever need to blow out things or clean out things that get into it. This finish is beautiful on the knife. It's kind of a gunmetal, dark gray. I don't know if they're going for a titanium or a little bit darker than titanium look. But really a nice color. Kershaw, their finishes are great too. I haven't had any problem with any of my finished blades. I have a Kershaw Brawler which has a black blade on it, and I've never had a problem with the finish getting scratched or damaged. Just a quick size comparison on what I have in my pocket right now, which is a Kershaw Clash, just for size comparison. The Kershaw Clash is a very nice, and I think my shiny blade is throwing off the camera here, lighting. Okay, so here's a quick comparison of the Kershaw Clash to the Cryo. The Clash is a pretty standard size everyday carry, about a 3-inch blade. So you can see the Cryo handle is just a little bit smaller, and the blade is also kind of a bit smaller. The Clash also has a slight recurve in the blade here, where the Cryo does not come straight down. Kind of a clip drop point style. Kind of a drop point style blade on the Cryo here. That's just a quick size comparison, let you know what you're getting into purchasing this knife here. Actually, I think I have my Brawler here as well. Just also another quick size comparison there between the Kershaw Brawler and the Cryo. The handle on the Cryo is only a little bit smaller than these knives, if you look at it here, but the blade, it's a little bit smaller, and just that little bit makes kind of a bit of a difference. About a 3-inch blade like this one or the Clash is about as small as I want to go when I'm using a knife, either for everyday carry or just for general tasks. I usually prefer not to go any smaller than that. My ideal would be probably around a 3.5, 3 5/8 for both an everyday carry and just for general tasks. But the person I'm buying this for has smaller hands, so this should fit nicely in her hands. And I believe her everyday carry, the blade is about a 2 3/4, so just about this size. So this should function nicely. Some jimping on the back. Good grip on that. If you need to do slicing kind of tasks. I haven't tested it, but with every other Kershaw I've owned out of the box, they're just wicked sharp. So I have no reason to think that this one would be anything different. This is one of the overseas knives made in China, so that's why they can keep the price point down on these. Beautiful finish. And I can't say enough about how this knife, just aside from the comfort and the easy use and the smoothness, just the looks is great. Beautiful knife. They did go with a smaller deep carry pocket clip on these. That seems to be a favorite among people now. I personally don't mind it showing out of my pocket, and I do prefer a little bit larger, either wide clip or even a little bit longer clip. I don't mind it sticking out of the pocket a little bit, so I prefer a larger clip, but these seem to be the crowd favorite now, to go with these deep carry and small. I know I was carrying my Kershaw Brawler and someone asked me if that was a hairpin sticking out of my pocket, because this is really just a small clip on it. This one looks a little bit more respectable. It's got that deep carry style. This one, it's small, but it's not a deep carry. This is a deep carry style, so when it's in your pocket, it's really virtually none of the knife is visible. It's just the clip there. Nice strong speed safe. No problem getting that open. No question if that's opening or not. I mean, these thumb studs, I'm not a big fan of thumb studs if it has a finger flipper, but these are nicely designed. Very usable. Not like some of them where it's right up against here, you can barely, like, Brawler's a good example of that. The thing is so close to the handle, you can't get your finger in there to efficiently open the knife with it. I mean, you can do it if you have to, but it's so much easier to just use the finger flipper. Even with this one, you can use this effectively, but it's a lot easier to just go ahead and use the index finger flipper that's on the spine. And that's the Kershaw Cryo new knife. Probably the last time I'll be able to get my hands on it to do a review, so just wanted to get a quick video in here.